Do you love old cars and trucks? Join us on Bring 'em Back to Life, where we search the salvage yards and backyards of America to find that gold mine of a parts car or that restorable gem in the rough. Come with us down memory lane as we elevate the status of our salvage yards to outdoor museums of automotive history.
Renee and I are traveling in Colorado today. I went in here to get a coffee, told the lady what I did, and she asked me if I knew a lady named Amanda. And I said, of course, I'm traveling, I don't know where I am. And she said, well, if you go down to the courthouse or the town square and you ask the assessor, they don't know where Amanda lives. She has a field full of classic and antique cars. They might be able to do an episode. So we're heading over to the local town hall to talk to the assessor. Well, I've just come from upstairs in the Park County's assessor's office, and I met Monica. And Monica says she knows Amanda. She's going to contact her for me and see if she'd like me to come visit. Well, we know she's already called us, and we're going to go visit Amanda.
I see you, she says.
Okay, we found the Yellowbird house. We're on our way to meet Amanda.
How can she see us?
And there she is, waiting at the gate to let us in.
She's opening the gate now. This looks bad. We'll get through. Keep going, she said. Good morning or afternoon. Whew.
Uh-oh, we're locked in now. It looks like they just rebuilt their driveway. I will just show as we're driving up your personal driveway, which you have to maintain with your own equipment, because it's what, a mile long?
Oh, it's way long. It goes all over the ranch. So this little tractor here is a Caterpillar 22, which is a rare one. And I've just posted pictures of it, and I'm trying to sell it. And I've had 3 people call, and all 3 of them have failed to show up for their appointments.
Oh, that sounds like our place.
After letting people in here to look at the collection for years and years, and dealing with all the people who would diss me, so as they say, and would cancel appointments or would not show, I finally decided to start charging $50 for entry to the tour, for a tour of the collection.
Right.
And that immediately stopped all of the problems.
Yep.
Because anybody who is not earnestly interested
Exactly.
didn't pay the $50. Anybody who did paid the $50, and if they bought something, I gave them $50 credit. And it makes me happy because it pays for my time.
Yes.
As I spend hours and hours and hours with people, and they ask me incredible questions that I can't answer. I have 10 llamas in here too, so
to graze and keep it down a little.
I just I rescued them from a lady that's older than me who had them, and her family said, you have to do something with them because you can't take care of them anymore. So she called me, and she brought over 2 truckloads of them and dumped them off.
Oh my gosh.
I thought that Pontiac was a 39, but I'm no longer certain.
No, that's in the earlier 50s. It's before 55 because it doesn't have the curved windshield. The 55 Pontiacs and Chevrolets had the same windshields. So it's earlier than 55, but it's in the 50s. That's why I do the close-ups of them, because I don't know them all enough to be able to hit everyone by the year. So I show people as much as I can of the vehicle, and if they're interested in the vehicle, they know what year it is.
And there's a bunch of
VW Beetles and a Carmen Ghia.
Well, I have a great big fat book called the American Spotter's Guide, Old Car Spotter's Guide, and that's where I got a lot of my information from. But I didn't use it on that Pontiac, so I will do so. So this is really where Jim's collection started.
Oh.
Because down below was stuff that we moved from somewhere else. And he put the Chevys over here. And he was a Ford man, so the Chevys are all over there, and some of them are over here. And he was a Ford man, so he let his friends who were Chevy people come and take parts off of these. And now I have a whole bunch of Chevy people coming and going, oh, it's gone, the part's gone, the whatever is, I wanted the whole thing or something. And I tell them that Jim was a Ford man and he let his Chevy friends take parts. So the Chevys are missing parts that the Fords might not be missing. And then we come into the Fords.
Oh, look at that pretty 57 Ford wagon country sedan. Oh, that's pretty. Looks like that's a restorable car right there.
Oh, I figure they're all restorable. And I'm estimating that there's somewhere upwards to 700 here.
Okay, yeah.
Because after he died, we took all the VIN numbers down from all over the whole area here, and we had 1,000 or more. And I've scrapped some that were not worthy, and I have sold many. Well, I don't have a number. And when we come down, we can stop and you can get out.
Sure, yeah, I'll get
when you want to.
I'll get better video too, because a lot of my viewers say, "Why did your camera bounce around so much? You need
Yeah.
a better cameraman."
Yep.
I said, "Yeah, well, you ought to ride in the vehicles I'm in half the time, and I'll tell you how it happens."
Yep, and this is pretty rough. Pretty rough.
So Amanda, tell us what's the oldest vehicles that you have on the property?
I'm not real positive, but I think the oldest goes only to the 40s.
Okay.
I wasn't sure, but there you go. Chevrolet. There's a big old Ford. No marquees on it, so I can't identify it specifically. But it's sitting here next to an old Volvo, early Volvo. Now, since Jim was a Ford guy, you likely have the title for that pickup, because he would have made sure he had it.
No, he wouldn't have.
No?
No. He took what people gave him.
Oh, okay.
And he didn't follow through on that. And after he died, we found titles in every single place you could imagine.
Oh no.
And for years, we just kept, Mom, here's another handful. Mom, here's some more.
Oh no.
And I finally made this file box back there.
Okay. And there's that station wagon that you showed me on Jim's
the red.
Memorial.
Yep.
That looks pretty nice. I'd like to go do a close-up around it.
Right, we'll do that then.
And there's a 58 four-door Del Rey, 59 four-door, 61. Well, there must have been 3 early era 60 Chevys right here, because there's where they were for years, and they're gone. Amanda's selling them. 62 Chevy wagon. Now look at that drip edge, still on the roof. Rain gutter, still there. Well, there's one more carcass I gotta drool over before I leave this old Chevy portion. Here's a 61 Biscayne. 2 of them. 3 of them. There's a 53 Bel Air 4-door. There's an early Suburban Chevrolet. Hey, it's a 3-door. 2 doors on the right, 1 door on the left. They're collector's Suburbans, they are. Look at this. Look at the floor. I mean, there's a door missing, but that's the same door as any four-door Suburban. Drivetrain's gone, but so what? One more. One more. Hey, look what's still here. Wow, look at this F-250. It's a rugged mount. But you know, the cabs are pretty much the same. Oh, to find a sound like that in New England. F-250. Step side. Looks like it had a spare tire rack. Yep, it was cut out for the spare. Has the holes up here and down there. And she got a bunch of lugs. Yep, heavy duty. Still, you can make that cab into what you want. Hey, there's an Edsel. Yeah, you're always going to find Edsels. But boy, I tell you, I don't find a 60 Edsels. I'd like to see a 60. And that's a 58 or 9. There's a 65 Impala hardtop. Oh yeah, look at that driver's door. I know somebody was looking for one of them a few months ago. There's another nice looking station wagon. Excuse me, Country Squire, because it's a Ford. Wow, look at that Mercury. Doesn't look like there's a thing wrong with it. Big old Land Cruiser. Mercury Montclair. Oh, here's another Dodge. Must be a Valiant. Well, unless it's only a number, 330. Might not have had a name. Look at that. Stripes on the tailgate. Nomads have 3 on each side. That one's got 4. Huh. There's a 60s era. There's a heavy duty straight side. Hey, that's a 4-wheel drive unit too. Had the big GMC V6 in it. Look at that. Sweet looking cab though. Oh, a couple of Dodge pickups. A Dodge 200 long bed. It's a Ford F-100 with a commercial body on it. A big rack and everything. A lot on a Ford 100. A couple of Dodge pickups and a Ford pickup. We'll end right here for editing purposes. Oh, that's a little Valiant wagon. A lot of it's still there. There's an Oldsmobile on the Chevelle style chassis. Those chassis are really valuable for restoring less valuable cars than at the purchase price. It's a Cutlass Supreme, same chassis as a Chevelle. Look at this pretty Ford wagon, the original blues that everybody loves. Wood grain, roof rack. Look at the shine on that bumper. The grill's in really nice shape. Hey, it was a 390 V8. I am going to have to take an oxygen break here in a minute. Since I'm at 9,000 feet, Renee has an oxygen bottle. Hey, here's a Galaxy 500, about a 65. It's only a 4-door, but there's a lot of nice stuff on it. Here's an old, look at that, 280Z turbo. T-tops. Alright, time for an oxygen break. I'll be back.
You can barely.
Yep. Alright, Amanda, you can talk.
I hired a tow company to come and haul all these cars on the right-hand side in that group there down here from other areas. And so I let him work, and I paid him so much per vehicle. And at the end of the day, he left. He told me how many he'd moved, and I paid him, and he went away, and he came back the next day, and he worked for like, I don't know, a week maybe. I finally came up here to look at the situation and realized that he'd parked them all too close together, so you can't get the doors open to get the VIN number.
Oh.
And my money was already spent. So the only answer is to pull every other one forward or back to get the VIN numbers so that I can then look in my title box and find out whether I have a title for it.
Oh.
And these are the kind of mistakes I've been making.
And learning from, unfortunately.